Alright, guys and girls, welcome back. It is Saturday, the 9th of October, 2021 at the time of the video. And it's about 6:34. I've not eaten all day today, so I'll probably do something to eat in a minute. So I got up at around 4:30 today this afternoon. Due to the fact that I'm not actually too good. I got like a sizable sort of temperature, so I'm not feeling absolutely good at the moment at all. What I just want to sort of like talk about, right? I'm not worried about if I've got COVID or not in any matter. Obviously it's slowly going away, but it's still there. It's going to probably be with us for a long time. My concerns at the moment is a new pandemic. Now, I've been saying this I said this at the start of the year. We've got a bigger crisis on our hands at the moment. And our biggest crisis in itself is basically mental health. Mental health, thing is, right, I kind of find it's something, like, nowadays, if we sort of talk about mental health in a way, it's kind of almost like taboo. It's almost like we shouldn't be sort of talking about it, about our mental health, or about how we feel, or how other people feel and all that, especially in the industry. But I find it's almost like the elephant in the room that you can't talk about, because it's almost feels like, if you've got like a mental health problem, then you're not right in the head or something, and it's far from the truth. I think, to be honest, with the UK right now, we have got a bigger pandemic on the way. Actually, it's already been with us for the last, I'd say, almost 2 years, since we had the first lockdown. Now, obviously, if we have like another lockdown, do you know what that's going to do? That is going to isolate people. And isolating people, if people have got a mental health problem, is basically almost signing their death warrant, in such. Now, there's a lot of people who wants the help but can't get the help due to the fact we've got no. Well, it's very, very hard at this point to get anybody help because of the pandemic going on with the C-19, and there should be something in place for people with mental health to help people through this. And I truly think that Boris Johnson should take his finger out of his backside and actually start helping people in the UK with mental health problems. This is a big situation. This is probably the biggest situation that we've ever come across. We've got people losing their jobs. We've got people isolating themselves at their homes and stuff because they can't get out, and they go and stir crazy and all that. And I feel that the longer these people stay in isolation and they're sitting in there, they've got nobody to talk to because they're isolating themselves, or maybe the pin on the MHS app pins them and says, look, like, you've got the C-19, so now we've got to get you to isolate yourself. That's going to make people go stir crazy. And I think we do not have, right, a mental health service. We've got the NHS, right? And obviously, yes, we've got loads of people at the moment, sort of, the NHS is like stretched and all that. It's still going to be like that for a while. I mean, it's manageable, it's controllable at the moment. But this is kind of getting out of hand. If someone's got a mental health issue or any mental illnesses at all, they should be able to get the help they need, regardless of like age, whether you're like 18 or to 70 years old or 95. The oldest people at the moment that are suffering from these mental health issues in the first place is people in their 70s, 80s and 90s. Also the ones who are in these like sort of care homes, the ones they're suffering as well with mental health. And we've got one of the biggest pandemics that is probably, to be honest, I've never seen it like this before. I'm suffering a little bit myself due to like losing my mum and all that, but I'm sort of trying to keep my head set together, and I'm trying to sort of work things out. And it's hard at the moment because I'm actually isolating myself for the next 10 days, and I'm not too good at the moment. I'm not too well, but I obviously know that I'm going to isolate myself because I'm protecting everybody else. And that's a good thing. That is a good thing. But my sort of thing is that we should be getting our government that we pay our taxes to in the first place to put in a safety net, right, for people with mental health, regardless of age. We should not have an age discrimination across the UK. Like some people will say, oh, well, we'll leave the older people and all that because, oh, well, they're almost out on their way or whatever, and they don't need help with their mental health. Well, actually, they do. A lot of older people are actually isolated in their own heads. They are mentally going sort of stir crazy because they're not getting the help they need. But also we've got people in their 50s, 40s, 30s, even down to their 15s and 18s, young kids who go to school who've got mental health issues. And this needs to be addressed. Like, literally, this needs to be addressed. We need a safety net in there for people regardless of age and all that. Age, gender, sort of colour and all that of race, whatever backgrounds, everyone should be treated equally. And I think it's regardless of what colour you are, what age you are, gap age, and also what gender you are. We should all be able to get mental health treatments. But for this to happen, our government needs to come up with a sort of a mental health sort of clinic or mental health service, a bit like the NHS, where you can go in there if you've got like really bad thoughts going through your head and you don't want to sort of be on this planet no more, or you've got other stuff. But like I said, guys and girls, if you got stuff like that as well, for the meantime, if people are suffering with these kind of sort of thoughts through their head, please do get some help. This is probably the biggest pandemic we've ever had for mental health in its state. I can't remember when last we had such a massive sort of pandemic, especially in mental health and all that. I mean, I'm suffering from anxiety issues myself and all that, and a bit of like depression and all that, but I'm with it at the moment. I'm actually with it. I don't take tablets and all that kind of stuff because I sort of want to do my own thing, but there's a lot of people out there who don't get the help and need the help, and sometimes it's too late. And if we don't act now, guys and girls, right, then later on down the road, there'll be more people whose lives will be taken because of it. All because Boris doesn't want to put in a safety net for people with mental health. So you could maybe just go talk to someone. But if you guys and girls have got to this thing where you're not well or something, or psychologically, mentally, and all that, you're mentally not well, please talk to someone before it's too late. I'll tell you what, people, right, if people have got friends or families members, you are lucky. You are lucky because you've got someone to talk to. Don't be frightened. Don't be having this taboo that it's really a bad thing to talk about your mental health. In a way, it's not weak. It's actually strong. It's a strong message out there that if you are suffering on it, there's people out there we can talk to. We can sort of get to know people, and maybe that might make us a little bit better if we talk to someone. Like, was that old saying? It is good to talk. And actually, it's amazing. It is good to talk. So please don't leave it too late. Even if you've got a friend that you can talk to and all that, and tell them about your health issues and all that, please talk to them before it's too late. Because I feel like I needed to do this video, to be honest. But in a sense, this kind of sort of taboo stuff needs to be talked about. It needs to come forward, and it needs to be up center front. And I'm a good person. I like trying to help people and all that. And I feel sometimes like you get put into a position where you have to try and help someone, or try and do something, because it's a part of my nature and all that, to care and all that. So, but anyway, guys and girls, if you find this useful, I mean, don't forget, there is Samaritans out there that you can talk to, regardless. And they will basically, they'll talk to you and they'll help you overcome whatever condition you've got, mental condition, or whatever conditions that you have. But I would recommend getting the help as soon as you can, guys and girls. But yeah, cheers for watching. Stay safe all, and I'll see you on the next episode.